Heather, back in the day, I used to do all those workshops. I probably had 3 or 4 months. Remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
And it never failed. And now this was years ago, but it never failed. I'd open up the floor to questions, and people would ask a lot of questions. And inevitably, I sometimes thought it was a competitor out there, but inevitably somebody would go, "Hey, Tony, I got a question. What happens to Tony Walker Financial when," I like that, they didn't say if, "when something happens to you?" And admittedly, 10, 15 years ago, that could have been a problem. Thank the Lord I'm here, but speak to the fact of the strides we've taken now that we're in 2024. So when something happens to Tony Walker, in your opinion, what's going to happen to Tony Walker Financial?
Well, one, hate for anything to happen to Tony Walker, but no, we do have a business continuation plan in place. And so you've been very conscious of that question. I mean, I think that question has followed you around for quite some time. But we have, 3 other advisors in the firm. We also have, like you said, a plan in place to have that continue on, hopefully seamlessly. And we've been very strategic in hiring staff that know what they're doing, younger staff, just so that we've got that continuity in place.
Yeah, I was reading an article, and I think I've shared this on the TV show, but what a lot of people I don't think are thinking about, since retirement planning per se is such a new field, you're going to need an advisor that knows you and understands the game plan for maybe not just 5 or 10 years. It could be 15, 20, 30 years. A lot of advisors are set to retire in the next 10 years. Other advisors will pass away, change firms. So again, speak to the importance of finding an advisor that you feel is going to be around, that's local, to service your needs long into the future.
Well, one thing you mentioned is having a game plan. I think a lot of advisors don't even have that. They'll pitch you some products and say that, hey, this is a good fit for you. But if they were to exit either by retirement or changing firms, which happens quite a bit, you're kind of left holding the bag and not knowing how to use it. The benefit of our game plan is that any of the advisors in the firm can pick up where we've left off and know exactly why we purchased those products, what they're used for, and how you're going to utilize them in retirement. And so with us being very intentional about continuing Tony Walker Financial, they have the roadmap to carry on through your retirement plan.